like to go to the Commanders. Thought about it. Have you thought about the squads that you want to play for?
They need a pass rusher. I think that's something that they dearly missed down there in the playoffs and some of the big games. And I feel like I can fill that role, but that's a role that multiple teams need. And I feel like not only a pass rusher, but I think I'm the best defensive player in the game, and 100%. I feel like that's invaluable.
Washington Commanders. Imagine DK Metcalf on the opposite side of Scary Terry, second-year Jaden Daniels, along with some other defensive pieces that could be added. I think DK would be a really cool fit.
What's going on, Washington Commander fans? It's your boy back with another video. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that share, hit that bell. More content's definitely on the way. You know what I realized after our playoff loss and the Eagles winning the Super Bowl? It's even harder to do content right now because everything that's in my mind right now was we were so close. And after that dominant performance that the Eagles put on, it's motivation to do content. So the off-season content begins, man, with a big what if. It's a big what if. What are we going to do? Who are we going to get? What free agents are we going to get? If they cut this guy, will we get this guy? Everything now is a big what if. Everything's like damn near like a dream. Would I in my mind, would I love to have T. Higgins and pair him up with Terry? Yeah, I would. Would I like Deebo Samuels? Yeah, I would. Like Cooper Kupp? Yeah, I would. I mean, I can see roles for all of these guys. But since we're going to the point to where we're talking about roles, then I got to think of like, or would I want Myles Garrett? Of course I would want Myles Garrett. Would I take Khalil Mack? Yeah, I'll take Khalil Mack. I'll take the Raiders defensive end. I would take really everybody on the list that they say that's connected to Washington. I can see a role for every one of those players, and some better than others. So when I look at it, I'm like, out of Deebo Samuels and Garrett Wilson and T. Higgins and Cooper Kupp and DK Metcalf, if I could have one of those receivers, which one would I take? That's the question I ask myself, and I see other content creators was debating it and all of that. But if I had it my way, if I could just go in the office and Adam Peters say, "Yo, man, pick one of these guys right here," and I'm gonna try to go grab them. For me, no questions, no nothing, no hesitation, it would be DK Metcalf. It would be DK Metcalf. And like I said, I would love to have Deebo Samuels. I would love to have T. Higgins. I would even like to have Godwin. I would like to have all these guys. But if I had to pick one, see the way that next year is going, we have to build. We already see we could beat the Detroit Lions with the minimal roster we had last year. But in order to beat the Philadelphia Eagles when it counts, the receiver that I would want lined up beside Terry would be DK Metcalf, man. Just a physical freaking specimen. Sometimes you need a guy that can just out physical your opponent. And that's what DK does. Huge. Can take a slant all the way. Can do all of this. And plus, if you have a DK Metcalf and you look at their defense, who are they going to put where? You know, when you see that, like, who are they gonna put where? Because you're gonna have to put your best on Terry, and if you put your best on DK, then who are you gonna put on Terry? Vice versa. So DK would definitely be my first choice. I mean, it's like a deer. Like Dennis Rodman playing football. That's how I look. I mean, that's just an instant upgrade. You start from there and you figure the rest out. That's probably, Myles Garrett, of course, oh my God, I would love, in a perfect world, I would love DK and of course, Myles Garrett. But I know there's no way that can happen. I mean, it could happen if you want it to happen. It could happen if you really want it to happen, but I don't know if we got the capital to make that happen. But in a perfect world, man, give me DK and Myles Garrett and let's play football and let's get to the draft and get all the role players we need. In a perfect world. And I know we need offensive line, but hell, I still like the rookie that started last year. I mean, we had a rookie, 3rd round, left tackle, protecting our biggest asset. And yeah, he had some times where it was rough, but he had some times where he played good football. And coaching matters, man. This isn't Madden, where you just pick a guy's overall and then you put him on the field. This isn't Madden. You have to develop guys. Some guys develop faster than others. So I would take another year with this guy, unless we can get something with that first pick. But if we were to get a Deebo Samuels or a DK Metcalf, that 29th pick might be gone. So then that takes me to a player like Khalil Mack. What was our biggest problem with the run game last year? Not setting the edge. Khalil only had 7 sacks last year, but one thing he's going to do, he's going to set that edge. And the linebackers can come and clean it up. So I would love to have a Khalil Mack on this football team. But Myles Garrett, of course, is your first choice. But when I look at a guy like Garrett Wilson, he's going to cost you. He's still on a rookie deal. I wouldn't mind having Garrett. I think Garrett, who wouldn't want Garrett Wilson, first of all? Who wouldn't want him? The only reason why I'm saying Metcalf over him is because that physical prowess. We need that on the football, especially in our division, where Dallas is coming back. You heard that. A lot of people took that lightly. I didn't take that lightly. Dak already feels like he can beat Philly. He's done it before. He ain't beat this version of Philly. He already feels like he owns Washington, even though he hasn't played this version of Washington. But in his mind, they're the same shit. And nobody's won this division back-to-back in the last, I don't know how many years. We got, even as dominant as Philly was, there's no guarantee that they're even going to win the NFC East. So, when you look at that, I just look at it as this. You have to build this roster to beat the best team in your division. If you can beat the best team in your division, then all those other things are going to fall right into place. If you can beat Philly, you should have no problem with the Chiefs. You should have no problems with Detroit, a team we're already beaten. It's teams that really have no answer for Jaden. And Jaden's going to get better. It's not going to be a regression. So as we go in this offseason, man, it's going to be crazy offseason content. This is just the beginning.